having a startup product is good, but often we underestimate the admin side of that product. How to edit our customers' information, how to go through their workflow to edit their profile, or maybe to understand why there is something wrong on their account. All that is only possible with a back office interface. Unless, of course, if you want to ask to your developer to edit your database manually all day long. And in today's episode, I'm going to explain how you can easily create a back office interface without having to pay for expensive developments. Hi, I'm Amaury, founder and CEO at My CTO Friend, where founders come to learn how to build their tech startup. And with this Startup Snack series, available on both podcast and YouTube, we want to share the essential to make it easier for you to build your tech startup. And I recently optimized the roadmap of one of my startups that I work with. And we ended up seeing that the back office development was going to cost about $15,000, which is a quite huge cost for an early stage startup. So after a few discussions with the provider, we decided to not develop a dedicated back office, but instead to use a ready-to-use back office interface. And yes, that's something that exists. A tool that allows to create basic interface with paginations, research, editing screen, filter, etc. And not only we can edit the information that are in the database, but above all, we can ensure that we manually edit only the required information, locking others, and ensuring that the format is good before doing anything in the database. Because there is a real risk in editing information directly in the database. A comma or a period at the wrong place can crash the app. It's quite common, actually. So to avoid this type of things, this type of bug, we went for the tool Forest Admin. Forest Admin is able to connect almost any type of database. It allows easily to edit information in the database. It organizes them with filters, analyze the content with different formats, like we can show information, we can display tables, charts, etc. And it's really well designed to manage workflow as well, with a command system between different administrators, with an access control system to control what your team can do or not. And it also integrates an export tool so that you can export information in a CSV format to work in Excel, for example. And I just want to let you know as well that I don't have anything to do with this company, this team. I don't know them personally. I just like their product and I get nothing from promoting their tool. And by the way, of course, there are other tools. There is another one that is called Retool, which sounds great too. But I don't have real experience with this one yet. So if you want my advice, and if you are building a startup product, or if you maybe already have a startup product, really consider this type of tool to develop and to have access to your data, to build your back office. I've seen several startups making that decision and saving tons of time and money in their project development, reducing by more than 5 the cost of their back office. And one more thing. It's not because that's a ready-to-use interface that you cannot really customize things. You can also ask to your developers to integrate some piece of code to manage like maps or to display or edit information in a specific format. And just to be clear, this type of tool won't replace the real proper software development. Unless maybe if you just want a tool to manage your things internally. But these type of tools can really be a great help for your startup product. So in conclusion, remember, data is king, and having access to our customers' data is one of the most important things any startup needs. To access to the database of your SaaS startup is really the number one thing that any founder, any CEO must have, even if it's on the beginning just a read-only access, just to get started. So thanks to tools like Forest Admin or Retool, founders and their team can now easily edit their user informations with beautiful interface and without having to develop an entire back office. If you enjoy learning with us and want to see more, consider subscribing. Help us spread the word by hitting the like button and by sharing with your entrepreneur friends. And if you have any question or want to suggest a topic, feel free to comment down below, or you can also check out our website to learn more about our program and how you can join.